Hello students, today we will discuss nucleophilic acyclic substitution of carboxylic acid. Alright, so nucleophilic acyclic substitution of carboxylic acid. Nucleophilic acyclic substitution of carboxylic acid. In this case, the first reaction is with alcohol. With alcohol. When carboxylic acid reacts with alcohol, it forms corresponding ester. So this will be Rc O minus, over here OH, at this place R dash OH R dash. This is plus. This minus will accept this H plus, becoming like this, becoming Rc OH OH, and this is OR. So this will become Rc OH2 plus, at this place OH and OR dash. Further, this electron pair will return back, this H2O plus will move out, becoming Rc double bond O OR dash, and elimination of water molecule takes place. This reaction is reversible. This reaction is reversible. Rate formation of ester, and this reaction is reversible, remains at equilibrium, so that there is poor yield of ester. So that there is poor yield of ester to the copy. Okay. Notable point over there is, in this reaction, ester formation takes place from carboxylic acid and alcohol. Therefore, reaction is called as Fischer esterification. Fischer esterification. Second point, there is poor yield of ester, and since reaction is at equilibrium, therefore if you want to shift the reaction towards right side, we need to take excess of alcohol. So by using excess of alcohol, right on second point, by using excess of alcohol, reaction shift towards right side. Reaction shift towards right side. Reaction shift towards right side by using excess of alcohol. Reaction, next point, reaction can be catalyzed by the presence of dilute acid. Reaction can be catalyzed by the presence of dilute acid. Reaction can be catalyzed by the presence of dilute acid. Like some examples, suppose we will take benzoic acid. This benzoic acid reacts with, let's say, methanol in presence of dilute HCl. So what it forms? It forms methyl benzoate, C double bond O CH3. And what will happen? This H2O will be eliminated. H2O will be eliminated. Similarly, any acid is there, let's say we have C double bond O OH. we use phenol by the use of dilute sulfuric acid H2SO4. So what it forms? C double bond O over here O, phenyl benzoate. Alright. By using excess of alcohol, reaction will shift towards forward directions. Next reaction is second one with PCl5. With PCl5. So carboxylic acid RC double bond O OH reacts with PCl5. So PCl5, which is Lewis acid, their electron pair is shifted to this. Their electron pair is given to the vacant orbitals of phosphorus, becoming RC double bond O. There is PCl5, this is plus, this is minus, over here OH. Further what will happen? There will be loss of H plus and Cl minus. So this will be RC O PCl5, there is minus, over here double bond O H, this is plus. So then this H plus will move out, Cl minus will be eliminated, becoming RC double bond O PCl5 PCl4, and Cl minus is eliminated in the form of HCl. So further there is vacancy at their d orbitals. There is back bonding, and through this back bonding it forms RC double bond O double bond PCl4. This is minus, this is plus. Loses their Cl minus, becoming RC double bond O double bond PCl3 over here plus. Now this is good living group. There is no resonance between this oxygen and this oxygen. So now Cl minus, which acts as a nucleophile, approaches to this place. This bond is shifted, and this will return back, becoming RC double bond O over here Cl plus PoCl3. So it forms corresponding acyl halide. Okay, it forms corresponding acyl halides. When carboxylic acid reacts with PCl5, it forms corresponding acyl halide, that is another carboxylic acid derivatives. Similarly, it reacts with PCl3 also. With PCl5, the removal is, the byproduct removed is PoCl3, which upon hydrolysis, it forms H3PO4. If we use PCl3, so from PCl3, the byproduct eliminated is P double bond of Cl. So which upon hydrolysis gives rise to H3PO3. It gives H3PO3. Alright, next is action with thionyl chloride SOCl2. Instead of PCl5, now we'll use SOCl2. So third reaction is with SOCl2. Let's say we have another acid plus SOCl2. So electron pair of this or this, alright, is migrated to the sulfur. This bond is transferred. This will become RC double bond O. It is attached with sulfur, single bond O minus, over here Cl, over here Cl. This oxygen is plus. Over here OH. Alright. Now further this will approach to this bond. This bond is getting transferred, becoming RCO SO minus, over here Cl, and this will become OH. This is plus. Now this undergo nucleation. So neutralizes their charge. Removal of Cl minus. This bond will be transferred. This one will be transferred. From this H plus will be eliminated. So there is elimination of HCl, and since elimination of HCl, therefore presence of base like pyridine will promote this reaction towards forward direction. So it will form RC double bond O over here O S double bond O Cl. Further, there is electron pair, and this bond is there is a delocalization in this case. So due to delocalization, this will become like RC double bond O over here O double bond S O minus. At this plus there is Cl. This oxygen is plus. Now, what will happen from this? Since pyridine, if you are using pyridine, so there will be nucleophilic substitution through second order mechanism, because Cl minus will be there. So what will happen? This minus approaches, Cl minus will move out. So this will become what? RC double bond O over here O double bond S double bond S. This is plus. There is sulfur dioxide formation, which is a driving force. Now the Cl minus approaches to this carbonyl carbon. This bond is transferred, returned back. This bond will go out. This will become RC double bond O Cl plus sulfur dioxide is element. So again it forms corresponding carbonyl compounds. Okay. Next reaction is with SOCl2. So with PCl3 or PCl5 or SOCl2, it forms corresponding acylate, alright, as the product. Over here, there is in SOCl2 elimination of sulfur dioxide gas takes place. The reaction is being catalyzed by the presence of pyridine, which is a mild base. Over here, in POCl3 or PCl3, PCl5 or PCl3, there will be formation of acylate, and the reaction takes place either in presence of acid or in presence of base. Over here, reaction is being catalyzed by the presence of mild base. Next is reaction with ammonia. So the fourth reaction is action with ammonia and their derivatives. So let's say we'll use ammonia with ammonia. This reaction is used actually, that is nucleophilic acylic substitution reaction of carboxylic acid is a method of, is a path of preparation of their corresponding derivatives. So with ammonia, suppose we use ammonia or their derivatives, So what it forms, RCOH plus ammonia NH2G or their derivatives. This approaches to this bond is transferred, becoming RC O minus over here NH2 plus G. At this place we have OH. O minus will accept this H plus. This will become RC OH. At this place we have OH. At this place we have NHG. Then anyone will become RC. This undergo protonation. So this will become RC OH2 plus. At this place there is O minus. At this place NHG. Further this minus will return back. This will go out, becoming RC double bond O NHG. So it forms corresponding amide or N-substituted amide. If G is again hydrogen, then RC double bond O NHG will become RC double bond O NH2. That is what? This is amide. If G is alkyl group, this group RC double bond O NHG will become RC double bond O NR NHR. That is what? N substituted amide. if G is NH2, then RC double bond O NHG will become RC double bond O NH2. N amino amide, that is hydrazamide. Okay, this will be the reactions with ammonia and their derivatives, and so on, simply, etc., etc. If it is OH, this will become NHOH, that is hydroxyl amide, N-hydroxyl amide. Next is action with phosphorus pentaoxide. Next reaction is dehydration of carboxylic acid, and reaction with phosphorus pentaoxide. It was next reaction, I think fourth. Fifth. It was fifth with phosphorus pentaoxide, or simply we can say dehydration of carboxylic acid. Dehydration of carboxylic acid. In this case, write down, when carboxylic acids are heated strongly, in presence of dehydrating agent, it undergo bimolecular dehydration. And forms corresponding acid anhydride. Okay, like suppose we have RC double bond OH. This is treated with another RC double bond OH. We use P2O5 as dehydrating agent. If we heat them, simply it will form anhydride, because two acid molecule will causes the elimination of water molecule there. Anhydride is a high molar mass compound. Okay, this anhydride can be prepared by other method also, like when acid is heated with acyl halide in presence of pyridine base. So this will form corresponding anhydride for the say double bond OR. And any other method also, like suppose RC double bond OH we are using with R dash C double bond O, OC double bond O, and over here hydrogen. If you heat them, what will happen? Alright, this electron pair will approaches to this carbon which is having more electrophilicity. This bond is transferred, this will return back. So it will become RC double bond OH plus, okay, RC double bond O, and this is attached with C double bond OH. This is anhydride exchange reaction. Okay, then write down notable point in this reaction. Point number 1. Alkane 1,4-diuic acid. Alkane 1,4-diuic acid, like succinic acid, 1,5-dioic acid like glutaric acid. Alkane 1,4-dioic acid like succinic acid, and alkane 1,5-dioic acid, that is glutaric acid. Upon dehydration forms 5 or 6 membered ring. Upon dehydration forms 5 or 6 membered ring when heated with anhydride of carboxylic acid. 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 Like for example, see, suppose we have 1,4-dioic acid. Succinic acid is 1,4-dioic acid. 1, 2, 3, 4. When it is heated with acetic anhydride, CH3 C double bond O, O C double bond O, CH3. So instead of undergoing anhydride exchange reaction, it forms 5-membered ring. So if there is a formation of 5 or 6-membered ring through anhydride formation, they will do so for the formation of 5 or 6-membered ring, and there will be intramolecular dehydration. So simply in that case we can say there is intramolecular dehydration if there is formation of 5 or 6-membered ring through anhydride formation. So what will happen? This electron pair approaches to this bond is getting transferred. So this will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now 5-membered ring is formed. Over here, at this place there is OH, over here double bond O. So this will eliminates water molecule and becoming what? That is 5-membered ring and 5-membered anhydride. So there is double bond O. Succinic anhydride. This is called succinic anhydride. Similarly, if there is 1,6-dioic acid, 1,5-dioic acid, so let's say double bond OH at this place and double bond OH at this place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1,5-dioic acid. When they are heated with acidic anhydride, alright, CH3CO whole 2O, when it is heated, it forms for 6-membered ring. Like this lone pair approaches to this bond is transferred, and it will become like this. Over here, O. At this place there is double bond O. Over here double bond O. So what it forms? It forms 6-membered anhydride, glutaric anhydride. This is 1,4,1,5-dioic acid, glutaric acid. This is 1,4-dioic acid, alright, that is succinic acid. The next point. If there is 1,6-dioic acid like adipic acid, 1,6-dioic acid like adipic acid, and 1,7-dioic acid like pymalic acid, like pymalic acid, one 7-dioic acid like pymalic acid, which will form 5 or 6-membered ring by the formation of cyclic ketones. By the formation of cyclic ketones. By the formation of cyclic ketones. and their formation is being supported by blank rule. Their formation is being supported by blank rule. Their formation is being supported by blank rule. Okay, what is that? This blank states that by hitting dioic acid, when there is a formation of 5 or 6 membered ring through the formation of anhydride, they will do so. If they will form higher membered ring with anhydride, so instead of formation of anhydride, they forms corresponding cyclic ketone, whether they are heated alone or in presence of anhydride. So if they are heated alone or in presence of anhydride, they will form corresponding cyclic ketone instead of formation of anhydride. See now, suppose we have C double bond OH and over here C double bond OH. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1,6-dioic acid known as adipic acid. If they forms anhydride, their anhydride will be 7-membered cyclic anhydride which is unstable, and therefore instead of formation of unstable anhydride, they decomposes themselves to form corresponding cyclic ketone. So how this cyclic ketone is being formed? When it is heated, their alpha carbon is having 2 hydrogen, replaceable hydrogen. This H plus will be eliminated by them. This will become minus. This minus approaches to this place and this bond is getting transferred. So if it happens, what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is formation of 5-membered ring and carbon is attached with this. So there will be O minus, OH. This will be OH. At this place, there is C double bond OH. Okay, they undergo the loss of water molecule and then it becomes like this. Over here double bond O, at this place there is C double bond OH. Further, if it is heated, no matter whether they are heated alone or in presence of anhydride, so upon heating it loses carbon dioxide and it becomes cyclic ketone. So 5-membered cyclic ketone is formed as a major product. This is according to Black's rule. Alright. Similarly, if we take, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Over here C double bond OH. At this place there is C double bond OH. So 1,7 dioic acid, which is commonly known as pimalic acid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what will happen? Over here there are 2 hydrogen, alpha hydrogen. This is being eliminated. This will become minus. This minus approaches to this carbon. This bond is getting transferred. So upon heating, and this reaction can be catalyzed by the presence of anhydride. However, this reaction may take place even in absence of anhydride upon heating itself. So what will happen? This carbon is attached with this, forming 6-membered ring. Now see, there is COH, OH, and at their adjacent position there is COH. So this again undergo the loss of water molecule, becoming 6-membered. Over here cyclic ketone. At this place there is C double bond OH. Upon heating, it loses carbon dioxide, alright, and forms corresponding cyclohexanone. So this blank explains which carboxylic acid upon dehydration will form anhydride and which upon dehydration will form corresponding cyclic ketone if there is dioic acid. If there is monocarboxylic acid, so simply monocarboxylic acid upon heating they undergo intermolecular dehydration and forms corresponding anhydride. Next is sixth reaction, that is action with alkyl and phenyl lithium. Action with alkyl or phenyl lithium. Alkyl or phenyl lithium. With alkyl or phenyl lithium, carboxylic acid gets converted to corresponding ketone. With alkyl or phenyl lithium, carboxylic acid gets converted to corresponding ketone. With alkyl or phenyl lithium, carboxylic acid gets converted to corresponding ketone. See how it is being formed. So this is the number 6. What is that? There is carboxylic acid RC double bond OH. There are say, therefore, if you take CH3Li suppose, so this is minus, this is plus, they will abstract this proton, this bond is transferred becoming RC double bond O over here O minus Li plus. Further we have CH3 minus Li plus, alright, approaches to this carbon, this bond is getting transferred becoming RC O minus over here O minus Li plus, at this place there is CH3. Further, what will happen upon hydrolysis? If we do hydrolysis over here, so what it forms? It forms RC OH at this place CH3, loses water molecule becoming RC, alright, double bond O, and over here CH3. Alright. Okay. Now this is what ketone. So ketone is being formed. Similarly, if we use RC double bond OH, let's say instead of R we have acetic acid, and we will use pH minus Li plus. So pH minus, first of all, one equivalent is being utilized to liberate alkane gas. Another equivalent is required to do the reaction and convert them into corresponding ketone. Further, another equivalent of this means by using 3 equivalent, further if you use CH3Li, alright, so by using 3 equivalent, it gets converted to corresponding alcohol. But by using 2 equivalent of reaction, in this case, if it is there, the product is ketone. By using excess of CH3Li, they will further get reduced to corresponding alcohol. Similarly, on this similar fashion, this will become like CH3 C double bond O over here pH plus remaining H2O is eliminated. Alright, so it was reactions of nucleophilic acylic substitution reactions. Okay, now the next reaction is, it was the second reaction where nucleophilic substitution were taking place. So we did basic reactions due to cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond. There 2 different types of reactions we did, that is, first was the acidic and basic reaction, and another was the reactions where, but due to cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond, carboxylate ion which was being formed acts as a nucleophile, and how it proceeds for the reactions. Then third reactions we did, alright, our second category of reactions, but third reactions, that was nucleophilic acylic nucleophilic substitution reactions. Next we'll go for the reactions where cleavage of alkyl part takes place, that is G-carboxylation, removal of carbon dioxide from carboxylic acid takes place. So next is third type of reaction, that is decarboxylation reaction. due to cleavage of RCOH bond. Decarboxylation. In this case, first reaction is decarboxylation by using soda lime. Decarboxylation by using soda lime. Simply, if it is carboxylic acid, we use soda lime is a mixture of NaOH and CO. This will become RCO minus Na plus this is upon heating, this approaches to this place, this bond is transferred, returned back, R minus will go out. So there is elimination of carbon dioxide. R minus approaches to water, so this H plus, this bond is transferred, becoming RH plus OH minus. Then NaOH, alright, NaOH plus CO2 will become Na2CO3 plus H2. Then NCO plus CO2, this will absorb and becoming calcium carbonate. Okay, over here in this reaction, this H plus is coming out not from water, it is from this. So if we use RC double bond of OH with NaOD, product is Rd plus CO2. Alright, write a note. Beta keto acids, malonic acid, beta keto acid, malonic acid, or substituted malonic acid, or alpha nitro, alpha cyano, and beta gamma unsaturated acid and beta gamma unsaturated acid, beta gamma unsaturated acid, etc. easily undergo decarboxylation. Easily undergo decarboxylation. Easily undergo decarboxylation through the formation of cyclic transition state. Through the formation of cyclic transition state. Through the formation of cyclic transition state. Like for example, if we use beta keto acids, like this. If we take this acid, alright, in this case, what will happen upon heating? This electron pair migrated to this H plus. this bond will move out, and this bond will move out. So it forms cyclic transition state like this. There is double bond. So the O attached with oxygen, hydrogen. This is oxygen. There is double bond O. Over here, double bond O. This bond becomes weak. There is a formation of double bond. This will be like this. So this cyclic transition state takes place. Further, ultimately, this bond is transferred to this. This bond is transferred to this. This bond is transferred to this. So this will become OH, double bond, CH2, which undergo tautomerization further. And forms C double bond O, CH3 and CH3. So beta keto acid upon heating gives rise to the formation of ketone. Similarly, if there is malonic acid, and there is at alpha position we have substituted by alkyl group alpha alkyl malonic acid. So what it forms upon heating? Simply through the formation of cyclic transition state, this bond is transferred, this bond is transferred, this bond is transferred. The structure will become O attached with hydrogen, attached with oxygen. This is attached with this carbon R. This is attached with this carbon double bond O. This is attached with this. Over here, double bond. This bond is broken. There is double bond character over here, and the double bond character is broken over here. This will be the nature of their transition state. From this transition state, because we know whatever the heating is there, pyrolysis reactions proceeds in concerted mechanism through the formation of cyclic transition state. So we did the cyclic transition state. Over here OH, at this place we have OH, over here attached with R. Now there is a double bond over here, and this is eliminated in the form of carbon dioxide gas. This undergoes further tautomerization. So tautomerization takes place, this bond is transferred, this bond is transferred. So this will become over here OH, there is double bond O, at this place H, at this place R. So this will become monocarboxylic acid. Okay, write down note. Presence of electron withdrawing group. Presence of electron withdrawing group increases the rate of decarboxylation reaction. Presence of electron withdrawing group at alpha position. Presence of electron withdrawing group at alpha position increases the rate of decarboxylation reaction. 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 So presence of electron withdrawing group at the alpha position increases the rate of decarboxylation reaction. Okay. So sometimes they are asking question like which of the following will do decarboxylation easily. So what we need to see, the negative charge which is formed in carbanion, which is formed due to decarboxylation, where it is getting stabilized. So wherever their negative charge is getting stabilized, or wherever they will form the cyclic transition state, they undergo the formation of they undergo decarboxylation easily. So for this decarboxylation by heating carboxylic acid or by the using soda lime, simply we need to see the stability of carbon ion which is being formed. Greater the stability of carbon ion, greater will be the rate of reactions towards decarboxylation. Simply, suppose we have another example. Let's say we have taken C double bond OH over here, that is alpha keto acid. If it is taken like this alpha, this beta keto acid, if it is heated, so obviously their rate of decarboxylation is higher because negative charge is getting stabilized by delocalization. Similarly, if there is another example, like there is gamma keto acid like this, so upon heating they undergo decarboxylation upon strong heating and form cyclic ketone, but over here this takes place by rate 1, this takes place by rate 2, so R1 is greater than R2. R1 is greater than R2. Alright? Okay. Next, this is one of the method of decarboxylation. Second method of decarboxylation is by Coles electrolytic method. Coles electrolytic method. Coles electrolytic method. Over here, salts of carboxylic acid. Salts of carboxylic acid solutions are electrolyzed. By using inert electrode. See, let's say we have RC double bond O minus Na plus, we have taken salt. After doing electrolysis, it will become RC double bond O minus plus Na plus. If we have used aqueous solution, this will be aqueous, this will be aqueous. Then aqueous solution means there will be water ions, H3O plus OH minus ion. So 2H2O. We have cathode, we have anode. At cathode, H3O plus will be discharged in the form of H2 gas plus 2 water. So 2H3O plus 2 electron. At anode, what will happen? RC double bond O minus will be eliminated, becoming RC double bond O with 1 electron plus electron. This RC double bond O with 1 electron loses again CO2 gas plus R electron. This R electron undergo coupling, becoming RR. So what it forms? It forms corresponding alkane by coupling. In this case, if R is used as CH3, then alkane formed is after reaction CH3CH3. If R is used as hydrogen, then alkane formed is H2. Instead of alkane, there will be formation of H2. So therefore, methane cannot be prepared by using this. So methane cannot be prepared by this method. Okay. Similarly, if we take diuric acid, C double bond O, OH, C double bond O, OH, and their salts. So we have taken O minus Na plus. Over here we have taken O minus Na plus. This is malonic acid salt, and if it undergo electrolysis, what it forms? So there will be elimination of carbon dioxide at this place, carbon dioxide at this place. So over here CH2 will be triplet carbene plus 2 moles of carbon dioxide is equal. If you use succinic acid, C double bond OH and O minus Na plus, over here again succinic acid salt we have taken O minus Na plus, and their aqueous solution, what it forms? there will be carbon dioxide, there will be carbon dioxide. It forms corresponding CH2 plus carbon dioxide gas. Okay. Similarly, if we take like this, malic acid, C double bond OH and O minus Na plus, if we take their salt, let's say we have taken their salt. Doing electrolysis, what it forms? There will be double bond, now it becomes triple bond. So CHCH, now acetylene is produced. And 2 moles of carbon dioxide is eliminated. And then this is eliminated at anode, as you have seen in their mechanism. This is called electrolytic method. Next is Borodine-Huns-Decker reaction. This is third method of decarboxylation. Borodine-Huns-Decker reaction. This is third method of decarboxylation of carboxylic acid. When silver salts of carboxylic acid is treated with bromine in refluxing carbon tetrachloride, it undergo decarboxylation and forms corresponding alkyl bromide and forms corresponding alkyl bromide and the reaction is called as Borodine-Huns-Decker reaction. Let's say we have silver salts of carboxylic acid, RCOAZ, is treated with bromine and carbon tetrachloride is refluxed with them. So what it forms? Alright, this carbon dioxide will be eliminated and this will form corresponding RBr plus carbon dioxide gas is eliminated. Formation of precipitate of AgBr takes place. If you see the mechanism of this reaction will be RC double bond O OAG is treated with Br2. So this will become RC double bond O OBr plus AgBr precipitated. So this is being AgBr is being precipitated. Okay. So precipitation reaction is unidirectional, therefore reaction proceeds towards right side. Precipitation reaction is unidirectional, therefore reaction proceeds towards right side. Then after this RC double bond O Br undergo homolytic bond cleavage due to internal electronic compensation. This will become RC O radical plus bromine radical. This RC double bond O radical undergo elimination of carbon dioxide, that is a driving force, which is a gas which will be eliminated, becoming R radical. This R radical undergo reactions with Br2, becoming RBr plus bromine radical. This bromine radical undergo coupling further in termination, becoming Br2 molecules. So it forms corresponding alkyl bromide and silver bromide is getting precipitated. And reaction is called as Borodine-Huns-Dicker reaction. Okay, by using 2 moles of silver salts of carboxylic acid with iodine, it forms corresponding ester. It forms corresponding ester and reaction is called as Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. So instead of RCOAZ, instead of bromine, if we take iodine and we'll take 2 equivalents of silver salts of acid excess. So what it forms? It forms corresponding ester instead of formation of alkyl iodine, and reaction is called as Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. So it forms corresponding ester. Next is Smith reaction. This is the fourth way to decarboxylate carboxylic acid. That is Smith reaction. So what is this? When carboxylic acid is treated with hydrazoic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, it forms corresponding primary amine, and the reaction is called as Smith reaction. In that particular reaction, what happens? There will be intramolecular migration of alkyl or aryl group takes place on rate of carboxylic acid. First of all, it forms corresponding alkyl isocyanic, which upon hydrolysis gives rise to primary amine. So how this reaction takes place? See, simply we'll see, followed by hydrolysis, this is the first, and followed by hydrolysis we'll have RNH2. This is nothing, it is primary amine, and this is one of the source of preparation of primary amine by using Smith reactions. Then primary amine is being produced. So how this reaction takes place? See the mechanism first. Over here, RC double bond of OH. This undergo protonation in presence of strong acid H plus and HSO4 minus. This approaches to this place, becoming RC double bond of OH. Over here, hydrozoic acid N3H we are using. So NH minus, over here nitrogen, triple bond nitrogen, this is plus. So now this minus approaches to this position, there will be OH plus, this bond is transferred. So becoming RC, over here OH, over here OH, at this place there is nitrogen attached with hydrogen, then single bond nitrogen, triple bond nitrogen, this is plus. Alright, then further there is elimination of water molecule from this place. It will become RC NH, over here N triple bond N, this is plus. At this place there is O minus, over here OH2 plus. This O minus will return back. This bond is transferred because H2O plus is a good leaving group. So this will become RC double bond O. At this place there is NH, there is N triple bond N, this is plus. Alright. Further now see, this nitrogen is having good leaving group, one of the best leaving group N2 plus. So what will happen? This electron pair is shifted to this bond is shifted. When it return back, alkyl group migrates to this nitrogen, which is nitrene, and this bond is being transferred. So there will be formation of C double bond O, double bond N, and this is attached with R, and elimination of nitrogen gas takes place. This is alkyl isocyanate. This is alkyl isocyanate. Alkyl isocyanate. This alkyl isocyanate, upon hydrolysis with water, this bond is transferred. This is more polar, goes to oxygen. When it return back, this bond is being transferred towards nitrogen. So this will be carbon double bond oxygen. This is attached with nitrogen, and this is attached with carbon over here minus. This is attached with OH2 plus. So this is nothing, it is OH2 plus. Negative charge is given to this proton. This bond is being transferred, becoming C double bond O, over here nitrogen, at this place R, at this place hydrogen, and over here it is attached with OH group. Further, there is elimination of carbon dioxide molecule by cleavage of carbon to nitrogen bond, which is polar. So elimination of carbon dioxide molecule takes place, and it will become RNH2, which is primary amine, and reaction is called as Schmidt reaction. And reaction is called as Schmidt reaction. Do the copy fast. Alright, so write down some notable point in this reaction is, okay, first point in this reaction, intramolecular migration of alkyl or aryl group takes place. Intramolecular migration of alkyl or aryl group takes place. Intramolecular migration of alkyl or aryl group takes place. Intramolecular migration of alkyl or aryl group takes place, where nitrogen elimination of N2 gas and migration of alkyl or aryl group occurs in concerted mechanism. Migration of alkyl or aryl group and elimination of nitrogen gas takes place in concerted mechanism. Concerted mechanism. Second point. The configuration of alkyl part, even after migration, is being retained by them. So it was the fourth way to do decarboxylation. So far we have discussed decarboxylation by 4 different ways. Now the fifth way of decarboxylating carboxylic acid is by the pyrolysis of salts of carboxylic acid. So already we did this reaction in the methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketones, where we have used calcium salts of formic acid, calcium salts of acetic acid, mixed salts, barium salts, etc. There again there was the elimination of carbon dioxide in the form of carbonates and forms corresponding aldehyde or ketones. Alright. So we did this reaction earlier. Simply when Hc double bond O, CaO, C double bond OH, calcium salts of formate upon heating undergo pyrolysis and becoming HCHO, that is formaldehyde, by the elimination of calcium carbonate. Similarly, if we take CH3 C double bond O, CaO, C double bond O, CH3, and after upon heating it gives CH3 C double bond O, CH3 plus carbon dioxide gas. Simply, if we mix them, CH3 C double bond O, CaO, C double bond O, CH3, and it is mixed with HC double bond O, Ca, O, C double bond OH. Upon heating, what it forms? CH3 C double bond OH. That is what? Acetaldehyde. Over here it forms ketone, over here it forms formaldehyde, over here it forms acetaldehyde, and this is simply the pyrolysis of salts of corresponding carboxylic acid salt. Okay, this is all about the decarboxylation reactions, decarboxylation of salts of carboxylic acid and decarboxylation of carboxylic acid. Now the next category of reaction, that was in fact fourth, is reduction of carboxylic acid. Reduction of carboxylic acid. Okay, so next is fourth, that is D, reduction of carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid undergo reduction by the use of some selective reagent, because the reduction of carboxylic acid is difficult. It is not easily gets reduced because of double bond character and more resonance contributing structure of carboxylate ions. So with some selective reducing agent itself, with few reducing agent, carboxylic acid gets reduced to corresponding ketones or aldehydes or alcohols. That depends upon the nature of reducing agents which we are using. So the first is, that is by the use of lithium aluminium hydride. By the use of lithium aluminium hydride. So carboxylic acid RCOH, by the use of lithium aluminium hydride, what it forms? So this will give H minus, will approaches to this H plus, this bond is transferred, becoming RCO minus, Li plus, and eliminated hydrogen gas. Further, H minus will be approaches to this bond is transferred, becoming RCO minus, Li plus, O minus, Li plus, and over here hydrogen. Further, there is elimination of lithium oxide, becoming RC double bond O. Alright, this is what RC double bond OH, that is what aldehyde. And since we have not used water yet, so H minus further is being there in the mixture, the approaches to aldehyde and forms corresponding carboxylic acid alcohol. So now this is being hydrolyzed, it will become RCOH, H and H. This is what? This is corresponding alcohol. So when lithium aluminium hydride is used and at last we do the hydrolysis, if we do the hydrolysis over here, so the negative character of H minus is gone, they will be eliminated in the form of H2 and it will become aldehyde. So aldehyde is the product. If we have not used water yet, so water is at the last stage, then we have the end product is alcohol. So when carboxylic acid is reduced by the use of lithium aluminium hydride, it forms corresponding alcohol as the end product, because you will have the reaction. First step is lithium aluminium hydride, second step is water. So the end product will be alcohol itself. Okay. Next is, this is the first reagent, and as you know, the lithium aluminum hydride will reduce all types of carbonyl compounds, carboxylic acid and their derivatives, along with nitro group, cyanide group, isocyanide group, etc., etc., But lithium aluminum hydride will not reduce carbon to carbon multiple bond. So accept carbon to carbon multiple bond until unless if it is not there in the conjugations. If it is in conjugations, that will also get reduced. So lithium aluminum hydride will not reduce, only carbon to carbon multiple bond, remaining all other groups gets reduced. Isn't it? Even conjugated multiple bond also gets reduced by the use of lithium aluminum hydride. Now, second reaction is by the use of diborane. By the use of diborane. So diborane is very selective reducing agent for carboxylic acid because carboxylic acid is more reactive towards diborane than that of aldehyde or ketones or nitro group. So carboxylic acid selectively can be reduced by diborane. Alright, write down. Carboxylic acid can be selectively reduced by diborane. Carboxylic acid can be selectively reduced by diborane because diborane reacts faster with carboxylic acid than that of ketone or nitro group or aldehyde, etc. See, like for example, suppose we have taken this one, we have ketone, acetophenone group, at their para position we are using, let's say, C double bond OH. And we use diborane B2H6 in THF. We use B2H6 in THF followed by hydrolysis. Okay. So what will happen? First reagent, second reagent is H3O plus. Carboxylic acid gets reduced. So at this place we have double bond O CH3 is being retained by the substrate, but this COH group is reduced to CH2OH. So it forms corresponding alcohol. Alright, this is about reduction of carboxylic acid. And the next is last reaction of carboxylic acid, that is reactions due to presence of alpha hydrogen. Reactions due to presence of alpha hydrogen, that is E. Reactions due to presence of alpha hydrogen. Reactions due to presence of alpha hydrogen. This is commonly known as HVZ reaction or Hell-Volhard-Jelinski reaction. Hell-Volhard-Jelinski reaction. Hell-Volhard-Jelinski reaction. Okay. What is this? When carboxylic acid containing at least one alpha hydrogen. What is that? Carboxylic acid RCH2COH containing at least one alpha hydrogen. When treated with red phosphorus and halogen, maybe bromine or chlorine or iodine, halogen, red phosphorus and halogen, then it forms corresponding alpha halogenated acid. Alpha halogenated acid. And this reaction is called as Hell-Volhard-Jelinski reaction. How this reaction, this red phosphorus and Br2 or Cl2 will produce phosphorus halide as PBr3 or PBr5. Okay, see the mechanism of the reaction. So let's say we will take CH3 C double bond OH and it reacts with red phosphorus plus bromine. What does it mean? It is in the form of PBr3 or PBr5. This will create, already we did this mechanism, so we'll have CH3 C double bond O Br. Okay, CH3 C double bond O Br. Now this CH3 C double bond O Br, which is acyl halide, further undergo, because now there is less delocalization. So there is delocalization between alpha hydrogen and oxygen. So there will be formation of enolate ion CH2C O minus over here Br. This approaches to Br2 molecules. So negative charge approaches to this carbon. This bond is transferred towards bromine. This Br minus will go. So this will become CH2Br. C double bond O Br. So acyl halide, first of all, it forms acyl halide. That acyl halide gets halogenated at their alpha position, and now when another equivalent of same or different acid is used. So let's say we have used another acid CH3CH2 C double bond OH. So earlier we have used acetic acid, and during the reaction mixture itself, now we have used in the next step propionic acid. So from this propionic acid, this negative charge approaches to this boron. This bond is transferred. This will return back. This will become what? CH3CH over here bromine plus C double bond OH plus this will be in the form of CH2 double bond C O minus Br is eliminated, which undergo tautomerization then. After tautomerization, becoming CH3 C double bond O Br. So actually see, the beauty of this reaction is so whatever the acid is taken in the second step, that acid gets halogenated at their alpha positions, and the acid which is used at the first step, that acid is converted to corresponding acyl halide. Alright, so this reaction is called as HBZ reaction, that is Hell-Bollard-Jelinski reactions, which has great importance because that acid is being converted to alpha haloacids. And further if we do the similar reactions, it will form CH3C, whatever the number of hydrogen is there, all hydrogen is substituted by halogen itself and alpha-alpha dihalo acid. Okay, this is all about alpha Hell-Bollard-Jelinski reactions, and this is all about the reactions of carboxylic acid, and this is all about the chapter carboxylic acid. Thank you very much. Thank you.